I want to tell you a little bit about why I'm making this here video. There's a bunch of people out there that hesitate to try anything. They're afraid to try something, you know. And maybe I'm making this video for some young person out there that, you know, doesn't have much experience in baking or cooking, would just like to learn. So keep that in mind, all you ladies and gentlemen out there that know everything there is to know about making a pumpkin pie. But I know from experience, of course it was experience from years ago, about how hesitant or uncomfortable a young person can feel. I hate to say young lady because then everybody say it's sexist. Well, you're just talking about girls, you know, and their mothers-in-law. But anyway, you know, I hope she likes me, and you know, I've never baked a pumpkin pie, or I've never made this, and I've never made that. I'm not as good a cook as your mama. Well, I'll tell you what. You follow old PawPaw's directions right here, and you'll just see how easy it is to be a good cook, because I ain't never made this neither, and it sure did turn out good. So, enough of that. Let's get to the video. Well, how y'all doing, folks? It's PawPaw again. I got me some light going on in here now. I really enjoyed doing the video on the cornbread yesterday, and people seemed to really like it, and Maya and Mia really liked theirs as well. They preferred it without the jalapenos, but they're little children. Mom and Daddy loved it with the jalapenos, though. But anyway, in today's episode, what I thought I would do is make something I ain't never made before. And what gave me the idea was I was going through the comments on my videos, and this one boy commented on one of my homemade wine videos. He says, can it really be that easy? I'm like, well, yeah. So on New Year's Eve, I'll be invited to a friend's house. I'm invited there every year. My wife is invited as well, but she got to babysit. PawPaw at a New Year's Eve party. Oh, can you imagine that? But I always take some kind of goodies. A couple years ago, y'all might recall, I did peanut butter fudge and just all kinds of decadent desserts. And for Christmas, I actually took a pecan pie to the house. And can y'all believe that Sadie is out there scratching at the door again? Oh my God. Sadie, I'll be right back. So I'm back. So anyway, I got to looking, I was walking through my Aldi grocery store, just perusing and thinking about what could I make this year to take the party. And I realized that something I had never made in my life is a pumpkin pie. I'm 62 years old and I've ate a bunch of them, but I ain't never ate a pumpkin pie. So I grabbed a can of pumpkin pie mix. Look, folks, you purists, you ladies out there, oh no, you got to get a pumpkin, and you got to scrape all the seeds out, and you got to peel it, and you got to get the pieces out, and you got to cut them up, and you got to boil it in the oven or bake it or whatever, and then it gets soft, and then you mash it. No, 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 no. PawPaw ain't doing all that. This is doing it cheap, folks. And that labor's worth something. So I got me some easy pumpkin pie mix, and we're just going to see how easy it really is. Now, one of the ingredients it calls for is evaporated milk. Oh, the oven is preheated to 425. But what I want to point out to you is that on top of the label, or on top of the can, it says, shake well. Well, you know what that tells me? That tells me that there's probably some sediment or some settling in this. So I've had this can sitting upside down for about a half an hour. Hopefully try to get whatever might be in the bottom of the can to, be working it back towards the middle. But this can is so full, heck, I can't hear nothing. Shake well. I ain't supposed to shake it if there ain't no air to help you move it. But so be it. But another thing I'm going to do different, and people always asking me on recipes, Papa, could I do this instead? Well, what about could I do, I'm thinking about trying this. Well, do it. How else you going to learn? One of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of we're making a pumpkin pie in your standard pie crust, your dough type pie crust. That's a frozen pie crust, by the way, for 73 cents. I'm not going to make pie crust neither. But I'm going to try pumpkin pie in a graham cracker crust. Pawpaw, that's not the way you're supposed to make pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie's got to be in the dough. No, it don't neither, because this is Pawpaw's pumpkin pie. And we're just going to see how this turns out. And I got something else to make it fun. Now, you can't have pumpkin pie if you don't have whipped topping. Now, yes, I know. You get the Cool Whip in the little tub and you spoon it out. Yeah, but have you ever seen anybody not smile when somebody goes and puts that pressurized whipped cream on top of their ice cream or in their coffee or hot chocolate or pie? I mean, it just makes you smile. I mean, you're just looking forward to it. It's just fun, So that's what I'm going to take to my friend's house is that whipped topping in a can, and I'm going to set it right next to the pie. Now, if this pie does not turn out good in the graham cracker crust, then I will go back to the traditional one. But I've never made pumpkin pie before, and let's get in here and see if it's really as easy as the can says. The label calls for this 30-ounce can of easy pumpkin pie mix, 2/3 of a cup of evaporated milk. Now, this is not sweet condensed milk. This is evaporated milk. And 2 large eggs, slightly beaten. Well, I ain't played checkers with them or nothing, so I ain't beat them yet, but we'll figure out something. So, let me get the cans opened and the eggs in a bowl and all that. We'll be right back. Poof! Oh, there we go. Alright, we got the cans open. So let's see what 2/3 of a can of, 2/3 of a cup looks like here. Just as I suspected. Ha ha ha. We should be able to make 2 pumpkin pies with this one can. We should be able to make 2 pumpkin pies with 1 can of evaporated milk. Now, this does not call for any nutmeg, it doesn't call for any cinnamon, because the pumpkin pie mix tastes pretty good, and it already has the spices in it. So, for all you ladies out there that make pumpkin pie from scratch, don't be getting on to me because I'm not adding nutmeg or cinnamon or anything else to it. Okay. So, let's pour this in there. So far, so good. Haven't seen anything difficult to do yet. Alright. Let me get this all mixed up. Boom! Alright, that's mixed up. But I'm going to tell y'all what, I can look right now and I can tell that that's a lot of filling to go in that one little pie crust. So we might be making ourselves a whole bunch of pies. We'll see. Alright, let me open up this graham cracker pie crust. Alright, here we go. Ooh, well that's mighty close. I hesitate to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Put it all in there. Alright. Now, I'm supposed to put it in the oven 425 degrees for, I think it's 15 minutes. The can says 425 for 15 minutes. Then we're going to lower the temperature to 350 and let it cook for another 50 to 60 minutes. Alright, here we go. Ooh, gotta be gentle with that. Well folks, like I said, I ain't never done this before. But we got it in the oven. You saw how simple that was. All I did was mix it together and pour it in a graham cracker crust pie shell. I'll be back in 15 minutes. Whoa, I better set the timer. I'll be back in 15 minutes. And then we'll lower the temperature to 350 and let it bake for another 50 to 60 minutes. Be right back. Now I gotta tell you, I took a peek in there. That pie looks pretty good. I've never seen a pumpkin pie like have a rounded top. So I'm gonna take a camera and take a peek in here with you so you can see what I'm talking about. We've still got to bake this pie at 350 for 50 to 60 minutes, but I want to show you this. Well, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's raining like a big dog here at my house. Okay, so I'm going to set my temperature now to 350, and I'm going to set my timer to 55 minutes. That's halfway in between. And we'll be back. Well, alright. It says stick a knife in it. Supposed to stick a knife in it, see if the knife comes back clean. Oh. No. We're going to go another 10 minutes. There's still a little bit on the knife there, so let's let it bake another 10 minutes. Well, it's been 10 minutes. We're going to try it again. Well, all right. It's like I've been sitting here about 20-25 minutes with the door open. And one thing you have to be concerned with pies like this is if you let the cold air get to them too fast, it'll make them crack in the middle. I've had cheesecake do that. But I'm not worried about it. Now I'm going to let it sit there and cool. Ideally, it should be cooling on a wire rack. But We'll see what this looks like. But we'll see what this looks like after it cools. I can slice into it. Mmm. Yum, yum. Well, alright then. It is time to try this pie. Now, it's still a little bit warm, but it's after 10 o'clock at night. And I ain't going to sit up all night long waiting to try me some pumpkin pie. Again, we used a graham cracker crust instead of the dough, just because I wanted to. No other reason. And I have no idea what I'm getting myself into here, people. Looks like I'm getting myself into a mess. Still tastes good. Whipped dairy topping. Oh yeah. Gotta love that stuff. That makes even the ugliest pie look pretty, don't it? Well, let's see what it tastes like. Have you ever heard of saying easy as pie? Let me tell y'all something. I know where they get the saying from now. I think they get the saying from pumpkin pie. What'd we do? We opened 2 cans and cracked 2 eggs. Mixed it all together, poured it into a graham cracker crust, by the way. That graham cracker crust is good. I'm glad I tried it that way. Just adds another element of flavor to it. But thing of it is, don't be afraid to try something new. I mean, what's the worst thing could happen? It not taste good? The recipe not turn out? Well, learn from it. You know, I never heard of anybody using a graham cracker crust to make pumpkin pie before. But we just did it. And it tastes good. So, go out there and give it a try. What you got to lose? I'm liking it. Well, y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow and a happy new year. I think I'm going to bake this again, take it to the party. Happy New Year, folks. See ya. Sadie, are you approving this video? Sadie? Sadie? Bless her heart, she's deaf. Is this video Sadie approved?